Good morning, principal, teachers, and schoolmates. I'm Mr. Leung. Today, I'm glad to have a chance to share to all of you something about the environment. There has been a lot of sayings about environmental conservation and the ways of practicing it. Have you ever thought of these questions? How has our Earth changed over the past century? Is it getting better or poorer? Who should be responsible for the change? You or someone else? And more importantly, are there any price to pay if the world is deteriorating? Maybe you have an answer in your mind. But before I share my answer to all of you, I'd like to show you a trailer of the film or a documentary filmed in 2012 to let you think more about the relationship between the environmental problems and ourselves.
From up here, our planet looks perfect. It's only when we look more closely that we start to see some of the results of our consumption. Does anyone know what happens to it all? This is not just a local problem.
Somehow in the deep ocean, we've got more trash than life.
We produce too much waste. We don't think about the consequences when we throw stuff away.
It seems to be a case of out of sight, out of mind.
Nature functions by building up and breaking down, building up and breaking down. We keep putting things into the environment that don't break down.
Everyone in the population today has these chemicals in their bodies.
It's everywhere.
It causes all sorts of diseases.
A woman has a way of getting rid of them. It's called having a baby.
We did it with smoking, the smoking ban. We did it with seatbelts and wearing seatbelts. We did it with drink driving, actually, when that became unacceptable. We need to do this with waste.
Perhaps times will change and we will.
It is actually a very well filmed documentary. I encourage you to watch the full movie if you really have time. From the very short trailer, we do see that the Earth as seen from the space is very beautiful. But when we zoom in closer, we could spot numerous environmental problems that are created by us. Various forms of pollution, emissions of greenhouse gases leading to global warming, deforestation, etc. are putting a lot of pressure to our natural environment. We all know that environmental conservation is necessary. Some may even think that it is like doing the charity work. We are doing good for the wildlife habitat. But is this really the case? What I would like to bring out today is that environment and we human beings are closely connected. We are on the same boat. When the environment is good, we are doing fine. But when the environment is degraded, human beings will also suffer. Take the example of water pollution. We throw the garbage to the ocean where we don't live in. This method of waste disposal saves us a lot of breath. However, when fishermen catch fish, these fish have already been poisoned by what we have disposed earlier. At the end, we eat the fish and we eventually be poisoned as well, resulting in some health problems. From another perspective, preserving our environment is also beneficial to ourselves, and this effect is known as ecosystem services. For instance, we save our rainforests by planting new ones and keeping them intact. This not only preserves the wildlife habitat where a variety of species live in, but also generates different benefits to human beings, such as regulating the climate, providing different kinds of economic values, and also the recreational resources. If these services provided by the trees have to be valued, it could worth up to $1 billion. Environmental conservation is not doing the charity work. Instead, it helps us to provide a condition for a healthy environment. To conserve our environment, we need to realize it by knowing the problems from various sources, such as your lessons, textbooks, newspaper, and TV programs. We also have to know how to cope with it, but more importantly, it is the action matters. We need to develop them into a habit incorporated in our everyday life. And if you are a true environmentalist, please don't hesitate to promote the above items to the others. In this school year, a new committee, Environmental and Health Education Committee, is expanded from the original Environmental Education Committee, based on our belief that people's health and the environment are interrelated. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the new committee to all of you. The teacher in charge for the Environmental and Health Education Committee this year is Ms. Wang Cui-king. Ms. Fu Yinfei, Ms. Ouyang Lai-oi, and Mr.梁桑童, that is me, are also the responsible teacher for this committee. You will be meeting us very soon if you are joining our activities. An Instagram page displaying different environmental conservation and health messages has been established last week. I encourage you to follow the page. Different environmental and health education activities will be organized in the school year. Due to the uncertainty brought by the COVID-19 epidemic, I'm not able to confirm you with the details of our activities. So please stay tuned to our promotion in the Instagram page and the announcement made during the morning assemblies. In short, my message for today's sharing is very simple. Act now to save the earth. Thank you.